What up, dog? What up, dog? Welcome to Yeah I Said the Sports Podcast. I'm your host, the Iceman, and it's the team.
What's the dealio? It's your man Olio, aka Mastermind. Y'all know what time it is.
Extra, extra. Breezy in the house, baby. Yes.
Breezy, breezy.
Breezy in the house.
It's
Oh, okay. Extra, extra.
extra.
It's hard to something. I'm just saying. Every week you got a new name, so it's hard for me to keep up with all these whack names. But anyway, it's your boy Young P in the building. Let's get to it. Another good show. Let's rock.
Yes, sir. We got another great show. What's up, gentlemen? How y'all doing today, fellas? Everybody good?
We're good, baby.
Good.
Beautiful.
Everything beautiful.
Okay, so y'all sound energized, especially Mr. Breezy over here.
Yep.
Before we start the show, I'm going to give him his props so he say so. So I got to throw it out there. My man was batting 1,000 on that, so he predicted himself right. So
Know it.
we got to give my man his props. Matter of fact, cheers to that.
Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah.
Another successful week, people. Extra, extra. Listen all about it. He's only been successful one week. Slow down now.
Before we start the show, we're going to get into a little light topics right quick. First of all, we about to have in Black History Month, we about to have history make itself also
First time.
with two black quarterbacks. First time. First time.
Give it up.
For Pat Mahomes and Jalen Hurts. However it go, y'all both won. However.
Yes, sir.
So we like to give shouts out to that. Anybody got something to say about that? Your quarterbacks on anything? Y'all just want to see a good game or whatever?
Good game. It's a beautiful thing. Two black quarterbacks. It's been a long time. Been a long time in the making.
I know Doug Williams somewhere happy than a mug.
Yes,
Right.
Yes, he
No,
is.
Doug.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm happy for
Williams
him.
ball, baby.
What?
Yes, Doug ball, baby.
Everybody that's black has been to the Super Bowl.
I'm hoping that Mahomes get healthy too, because I definitely want him on his best. So.
Right.
But yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Black history is definitely being made.
All right. What y'all think about a couple of the two coaching hiring today between the Denver Broncos and the Houston Texans? What y'all think about them getting Sean Payton for the Broncos and D'Amico Ryans for the Texans? What y'all think about those hires?
That was two good hires, if you ask me, on both behalves. Danico, please know what you're getting into, man, because it ain't been looking good for brothers. I know they said 6 years. That sounds good, but
I
be
believe
careful.
they're gonna give him a chance. He was part of the organization for at least 6 or 8 years.
But still be careful down there.
Right.
Be careful.
Do you think him going in at Houston, knowing he can take care of that defensive side, but do he need to know who his offensive coordinator going to be?
Yeah.
Who you think he should succeed over there? Who you think he should get?
You know who I would go get if I could do.
There's a lot of OCs out there, so that's my question. Go ahead.
I would maybe try to go get Bieniemy, bring him from KC down there. You know what I'm saying? See if he go for it, and tell him, look, if you can duplicate what you did in KC down here in Houston, I'm guarantee you in 2 years you a head coach somewhere.
That's nice.
At your,
I like
you know what I'm
that.
saying?
That's
At
nice.
your beckon.
I feel you on that because I believe it's either two scenarios that's going on. Either Kansas City has said Andy Reid maybe got a couple of years left and you can step into that head coaching position, or NFL owners don't believe he's a head coach material because he done had so many opportunities that, you know what I'm saying, he never got a head coaching position. So those are two things. So I agree with you on that he should either step out the shadow of Andy Reid to prove to people that he is a hell of a play caller,
Mm-hmm.
or ride it out and make sure that the organization has told him, like, once Andy Reid retire, it's his job to lose.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think of who else
But
would put down in Houston.
one other thing. Don't be trying to take the enemy from Baltimore. He's supposed to be going to be our offensive coordinator. No, that.
When you know what you got to jump in.
I'm saying, I know that.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
That's okay. Okay.
No,
I'm just trying to think. I'm trying to think who else I would maybe want to see down there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure. It's a.
I'm gonna be real with you.
I think it's kind of what we said. Not to cut you off, but kind of like I think you definitely have to use them draft picks and maybe bring in you a quarterback and develop them. So
I think you got to go get one of them young masterminds. I don't know who yet, But you got to go get one of them young boy wonders. You got to go find one of them.
Okay, well, let's start the show. Was LeBron James being too dramatic over the non-call against the Boston Celtics? Starting off with you, young P.
No, no. I mean, he was jumping and flipping and acting like he was finna cry on the court, wouldn't get up, all of that kind of stuff. But I still don't feel like he was being over dramatic because when I looked at the replay over and over and over again, two things popped in my head. One, the ref looked like he was staring right at it. So it was almost like how you don't call
That one on
that.
the baseline.
Yeah, you
He was
right
right in
there.
his face.
It's like you looking right at it. So it's almost like how much did they pay you? You know what I'm saying? To
But
just
then,
blow a
then one thing,
non-call like that. And then
That was
two,
a
you know what I'm
beautiful
saying?
defense.
It changed the trajectory of the game. I think it deflated them. That's why when they went into OT, they really couldn't get nothing going. I felt like Pat Beverly was the one that went overboard. You went and grabbed the camera, tried to show him with the camera and all. That was too much there, buddy. You was doing too much.
What
But
you got to
I
say,
think
Mastermind?
I basically kind of agree with what he was saying. But the only thing I just think that LeBron, he just kind of took it too personal. I think, you know what I'm saying. I can respect if you just blow a head gasket and then leave. You know what I'm saying. They put you out or whatever, but don't sit there and look like you about to. You know what I'm saying. It looked like he thought.
but they need to start the league, and ain't they supposed to get those calls? They get the phantom calls.
But I just say this:
Remember,
that wasn't Game 7.
Don't
That
matter.
wasn't the NBA championship.
We need
You think
everything.
what
about
I what I say was this, and I always said, look at here, ref. You seen that. You seen it. You was right there. I understand y'all don't want to, be all in the game at the end and make that decision for win or loss, for winning or losing. But when it's like that, pretty seen, bit pretty accurate, and you know it's all on the arm and it was a foul, you have to make that call. That's why I say you refs and you know y'all seen it, y'all need temp services. Get temp services for these referees so they know that their jobs is on the line. We'll call y'all back. Don't y'all call us, we'll call you. Get these referees temp services so they can do their job better. And I'm gonna leave it at that. What you got to say, Master? Cool Breeze.
For him to be in the league 20 years, I think it was overboard. It was overkill. He was being very dramatical. I think that I think by him being so dramatical, falling out on the court, putting the towel over his head just before overtime,
Mm-hmm.
I think that carried over to the other players saying, "Oh, this some bullshit. Why the fuck we even playing this 5 minutes of overtime?" And I think that's one of the reasons why they end up losing. Their mind wasn't into playing. So I think 20
Hey, you
years
know I would have
is
won the
just
game
is
at the free
just
throw line.
so I'm about to say, I got
I
one question.
know I would have won the game at the free throw line.
Right.
We know
Hey.
LeBron at the free throw ain't guaranteed.
Yeah,
Now,
Right.
we all agree on that.
But I give him,
it's
I
not
give him one.
guaranteed.
But referee,
I
you
give him
know that
one.
foul was evident. You seen it. You gotta make that. You gotta make that call. Or once again, is y'all trying to make LeBron not the face no more? Y'all taking that away and letting him know, hey, you average now, and we ain't giving you that call. So
I think 9 times out of 10 they give anybody that call because that
Wow.
was too blatant.
Yeah.
It's just
we can't say it. He didn't
yeah,
get it.
that's what
Yeah,
that was
Right.
that 9 out of 10 the one time where he didn't get it.
Hmm.
If you see that again, he gonna get that every time.
Okay. Will LeBron James be considered the GOAT if he passes Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on the all-time scoring list? Start that off with you, Mastermind.
I don't see it. No, I'm sorry. I mean, you know what I'm saying. To me, he would be the greatest of stats, all the statistics of all time. I give him that. But with the eye test, no, you're not the GOAT. No. I didn't see Mike play. I didn't see it with my own eyes. No, sir.
What you got to say with that, young P?
Um, you know what? I'm gonna have to agree with Mastermind. I was going over here. I was running through some scenarios in my head to go against him, but my eye test and stuff like that, I can't move him. I'm still got him top three, top two of all time. I just can't move into that number one slot over Jordan and the things that Jordan did, took over and stuff like that because of it's the other intangibles that I add in to make Jordan a GOAT versus all of the numbers per se. You know what I'm saying? So
Such as?
heart,
Okay.
killer instinct,
Will to win.
drive,
All,
win,
all
all that
those
kind of
basically
stuff.
the same.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like
You know, you
those
basically
are-
put my name, they're gonna give you all 4 of those. So
Yeah.
they basically the same. So go ahead.
I'm saying, you know what I'm saying? I feel like at times LeBron don't have that in him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And maybe it's just his personality. You know what I'm saying? Because you might have it in you.
Did he
and
have
you
it on the
guys-
Pistons that game?
Who?
LeBron. He's a conference when he came and did everybody. No, I'm just saying
When
that
he did the Tayshaun Prince, what he did.
is that I'm saying is that the killer instinct you saying? That's what I'm asking.
I mean, you talk about the block and all of that.
The Pistons out by itself with a bunch of this.
I just got questions. I mean,
That was
I mean, no, I'm just giving an example.
Because
I'm just throwing questions out there.
no.
I'm saying the first
Because I
trip
look-
when we knew
I
that
got-
Cleveland wasn't ready to play San Antonio. That team was not ready to play San Antonio. But yet, the will of LeBron with all those things that you said, killer instinct that y'all claiming Jordan had, LeBron had that against the Pistons. Because if you look at that squad, there's no way they should have beat the Pistons. It should have been another rematch of the Pistons.
You sure
and
that
San
it
Antonio.
it didn't have nothing to do with like Chauncey and them getting a little older and they, you know what I'm saying? They a little step behind. You
No.
don't think that had nothing to do
No,
with nothing?
Shotgun was
Is that what people say about Jordan against everybody else? Just asking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Is that what they say?
But that's only. But that's only.
No, I'm just asking you a question. Huh?
When he was
Yeah,
in
that's what I'm saying.
Washington.
No, when he got the win and they were saying Magic washed up.
Oh,
Isaiah,
they did, yeah. But I can I
So,
slightly
okay.
agree with that a little bit, but I still feel
That's
So
like
he's catching people in their
Yeah,
But
they
see,
catching
that's
it, you
how
know.
to me. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. To me, that's how basketball has always been. It ain't like it's no way possible.
It's
I
always a
can-
changing of the guard.
I can
Nah.
catch Magic in his prime if I'm 10 years behind him.
I got a question because this is how it is. It's always going to be a debate. So did in basketball, all people care about, and it's always going to be a debate. One is winning,
Yep,
scoring,
yep,
rebounding,
Yeah.
assists, and defense.
yep.
But the difference is LeBron. I don't know.
No, I'm just saying.
I know. I'm
Those are
full of that.
categories that
You
people
add up all of those right there, and those two are those two. Like you say, Jordan, he might have won more games than you. I don't know, but he probably
Right,
did.
right.
But you more rings. Jordan more rings. But LeBron won more. Scoring. Jordan, you won more scoring titles. But LeBron, you're finna be the all-time scoring leader.
Right.
Rebounding. LeBron. Assists. LeBron. Defense. Jordan. You know what I'm saying? But then on the defense, LeBron can check more positions than Jordan. But that's a difference. They playing different, a 2 and one is a 3. But usually,
But I'm saying.
now I'm just saying it's always gonna be a debate because these are the
you think
categories
you
that we
think that's
care
the
about.
criteria
But
for
see,
making the go.
so what?
Those,
No, I'm just
those,
saying.
those categories you think is part of the criteria to making the go.
No, what I'm
That's
saying.
my question.
But
No,
my
I'm
point is
finna
this
say
though.
this.
But you.
Hold on, let
Also,
me ask this question right quick. What I was saying was these are the really everything that we care about. These are all the stats. When you go look up, oh, this we look at we want. What I'm saying is between them two, it's going to be either them two, but that's going to have either one of these. And then what I'm saying is, it's always going to be a debate.
I got you.
Yeah, always. So,
but also I throw in the caveat is this: if I play 5 more years than Jordan, there's a good chance I'm going to have more points, more rebounds, more assists than Jordan.
They said Jordan
not necessarily. It all depends.
16, 17.
He played 15 years. So what I'm just saying is, it's a good chance I'm going to have more points, more. And then his decline in Washington, it was a dramatical decline. He wasn't the Jordan of Chicago like he was in Washington.
So, but
And LeBron body is still rocking.
But whose fault is that?
That was Jordan.
Whose fault is that?
Different styles of play. Because like I was saying last week, it ain't the touchy. You can't really do all that hard fouling like they did when Jordan era. So my body can't withstand. My body can go a little bit longer if I take care of my temple like I'm supposed to.
man, I don't. So my whole thing is this: everybody discredit LeBron because he has been to the finals so many times.
I'm not discrediting that. I'm just saying I think he's
Because the
risen
first
from
thing,
number 21.
first thing that people shout out is, "Oh, Jordan went to the finals 6-0. He's 6-0." So with that being said, is LeBron went what 8 straight years in a row to the finals with different teams? I mean that's something that
He didn't
a lot
have
of
help in
players-
Miami.
I got a question.
He had Wade, but
Before we move on.
Only
he
Wade?
went to the finals.
Before we move on.
So Ray Allen ain't no him. I'm just
He
saying.
had way.
All right, move on.
Ray Allen ain't no help. The big shot, the one that got you to the next round, that ain't no
He
help.
had way.
Pat Mahomes will be the GOAT. Pat Mahomes will be the GOAT in a minute, but I just want to ask some questions. Who the GOAT? Football.
Oh, I still right now, Tom terrific. Even though I like Joe Montana.
I'm just asking. No.
I mean, shit, stats, time. TB12, baby,
I see
TB12.
Tom, but
Maybe that.
me,
Why? I'm
myself,
just asking.
I'm saying me myself personally, not you know what I'm saying, not buying in all the hype and all that. I'm going with Ray Lewis.
No, I'm saying
Mhm.
quarterback. I'm saying
Okay. I'm about to say, I'm just telling you now. If you want to know, who I think it's the go to football.
Quarterback.
I'm going with Louis.
I say
Why?
TB12 because
Yeah, why? I want to know your answers.
me personally, it doesn't account to how many Super Bowls he has won and went to, because we know football. That's a hard defeat
No, I'm
because
just asking you a question.
such a team sport.
All these
Time
answers.
Time did this and AKA LeBron. Time did this with like regular players, man. He ain't really had no. He had one superstar and they went undefeated that
But now,
season,
can
but
I
they
ask you one
lost.
question?
Hold on,
Now,
my
go
That
on
was
the other
Randy
side of the
Moss.
ball. How many superstars do you have on that defense?
A lot.
They had regular. That became
Hold on.
superstars.
Hold on.
He had
Give me
regular
your,
players that
give me
became
a reason why
superstars.
Tom Brady is the GOAT.
Man, he got me distraught with some of his comments
I
right
know
now.
that.
But anyway,
They had regular players.
Come on, hold on. I'm
anyway,
getting to the point here. Come on.
I
he
know what
had
you're
way
trying to say.
more. 'Cause my thing is, I feel like he's the GOAT because the way he orchestrates the offense and things of that nature. He takes what the defense gives him. Yes, he does a lot of check down. He got receivers that'll do more. You got Gronk.
That's why he the GOAT. Just because he checked down and do that. A lot of quarterbacks do that.
But they don't do it at the level he did. If they did it at the level he did, they would have won as many championships as he did.
No.
Just like LeBron,
No.
he made
won.
Pro Bowlers.
No.
What?
He made Gronk.
Sure, if that's the case, every
No,
quarterback makes
because
receivers.
Gronk was nobody.
Every-
Y'all know who was the
Okay, let's move along. It ain't gonna let me get to this point. Let's move along. It's Memphis Grizzlies. It's Memphis Grizzlies all talk about not being worried about no teams in the West. It's the Memphis Grizzlies word. Uh,
They are. I got you. The Memphis
Grizzlies.
Grizzlies are worried about other teams in the West. They was just capping when they was sitting up there talking about they ain't worried about nobody else in the West. The only team they was worried about is Boston. They was capping when they was saying that because I think that truthfully they thought that they was at a level that they not really at yet. They getting there, but they ain't there yet because it seems like every time they meet Golden State, they spank them. They wake them back to reality. Like, hold on, you still our little brothers. Y'all getting good, but y'all ain't there yet. You see what I'm saying? So I think that they forgetting about teams like that. And I think that they truthfully, they ain't even thinking about Denver.
Mm.
So what you saying? Hold on. So you saying what you saying
I'm
about?
saying they was capping when
They
they said
capping?
that. Yeah, they was.
So they all talk?
They was all talk when they said that.
Okay.
I don't think their game is talk. Don't get me wrong. They got a good team, but they was talking when they just said that.
They got a good team, but the West is just tough. The West has been tough for years, and I think because they're all young, and by them going to the finals, they just all
Yes,
like
sir.
like Mastermind said, all caps really, because everybody's starting to get healthy. Everybody's starting to get their players back. So it'll be interesting to see what the second half brings as far as the teams just getting all their players back. As far as Phoenix, New Orleans, Denver starting to get.
Do y'all think Memphis coming out the West?
No.
I don't think so.
I say
As of
no.
now, no.
Okay. Go ahead, Young P.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna finalize it, sum it up to they definitely was capping, but I like the swagger in there. Why not? You're supposed to talk like you're the greatest. You know what I'm saying? Talk like you're supposed to that you can't nobody beat you, whether they can or not. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like they was capping just because the West is kind
I
of loaded.
I believe I believe they wasn't capping because I believe they felt if they would have beat Golden State last year that they should have won the title because Golden State won. So that animosity, what they was feeling when they was going back and forth on, Twitter or whatever, the Twitter beef or whatever, when they was doing all of that, going back and forth, it was like, oh, next year when we, you know what I mean? And it's like they still in y'all head because even coming in, y'all like, oh, we getting them, y'all might not even match up against them. And already y'all down 2-0. They done beat y'all twice already.
Right.
And I think Memphis missing some pieces.
That's the key
I
thing.
think they got rid of some pieces last year
so-
that
so-
that's not there this year.
So you saying you do think they was capping or you not capping? You confused me real quick.
No, what I'm saying is when I say was Memphis all talk, I think they was all talk. I
Oh,
think
okay.
that they,
Okay.
I think that they might.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna make it to the finals.
No,
Yeah,
they definitely.
yeah.
I mean, we all agree.
But I'm saying
Yeah.
they saying that they're making it, and then
That's
they
all.
want I mean, and they want Golden State. But I'm
Yeah.
saying by you so stuck on Golden State that you might
miss
meet
the
somebody
second.
else in that first round and get knocked because you planning for them and not that other team. You know. And
That's
like
why
I
I felt like they
said,
was
I think they misses. You know, they missed a couple players like my man that they had. He went over to Memphis. I mean, he went over to Minnesota now. Remember the slow dude they had that came from San Antonio?
Oh yeah.
Anderson.
Anderson.
Yeah, Anderson, yeah.
He a key part because he was coming off that big
Yeah.
hit.
Yeah. So
Now, how's Zaire Wade doing?
how
I
you
mean, the
doing?
other one, number 8, that went to school with LeBron's son.
Yeah, I
Because
don't know.
that's why they kind of got rid of Anderson.
Huh?
It was expected.
Yeah,
They was
no,
expecting.
Duke doing pretty smooth. Dude, I know, no, yeah,
Yeah, they
Dude,
was
Dude
expecting him
doing
to
pretty
still do
smooth. He doing, yeah, yeah.
it.
Oh,
I might have said his name wrong, but I know it's Wade is his last name. I might have said his first name wrong.
yeah. All right, let's move along. I'm gonna start this off this with you, P. Should Joel Embiid have been picked to be a starter on the All-Star team? Excuse me, y'all. You know I'm a little tipsy. Go ahead.
You're good.
Should he been a starter on the All-Star team?
I think he's worthy of it. I think they should have. I think the way the All Stars is set up, I think it's kind of why he didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? But I think his stats and his play say that he should be a starter in the All Star game. No, you know what I'm saying? I know it's set up to where they gonna pick, so it ain't no real East West no more and all that kind of stuff. But his stats and his level of play lately has definitely been there to warrant him being a starter this year. Because he got to be in the running for MVP again this year. I say, he might not win it again. I mean, he might not win it this year, but I feel like he's still in the running for it. So that alone, if I'm in the running, definitely easily top 5 for MVP this year. I gotta be a starter. Disagree, Mike?
No, I'm
Mike,
gonna say
Mr.
this. I'm
Padre?
gonna say this.
Go ahead, Master
The
Man.
way that they setting basketball up now, to quote something that you always say, the way they made it European basketball now, it's kind of hard for me to say that, yeah, he deserved to be a starter because of this fact. It's positionless. Now, if we go back to the old school and we go by positions, then yes, he deserves to be a starter. But right now, with the team that they got, I know we all know who they are. Who do you take off to put him on that you just say they don't deserve to be there? See, that's the dilemma I was having. That's the reason.
See, my thing is this.
But if I'm scoring 30, 47, 26, 32, I'm shooting
My,
numbers, I'm averaging down near a double-double, that's not worth it.
now watch this.
I'm not saying it's not worth
Now
it,
watch this.
but who you taking
Who
off?
who picked who picked the star?
The fans.
The fans.
Right.
See, therefore, you're not going to make it. Now, if it was old school and you had to pick by
By
positions,
you make
he
it.
gonna make it.
That's what I
But
just
since it's been changed up, eh,
It's gonna be hard because it's
it's
going
too
back
much.
to like what he was saying.
Hey, what he say?
European ball.
Chill out. That's what you get. You get some of that takeoff, baby.
The
That's
problem
kickoff.
is, though, I think some fans, because of how the
Chill
NBA
out.
is set up and they market certain things, it's certain people that mess around and just won't make the All Star at all because of the fans, not
But
just
see, the
knowing what
difference-
knowing NBA or who should.
Joe, what-
but see,
Sometimes.
the difference
That's why
is-
you gotta let the coaches jump in there and
But see, they
help.
do. That's
That's what
what
I'm saying. That's why the coaches had to come
You
in
got
and help
something to
them
say,
out.
Cool Breezy?
for the rest.
Yeah, I mean, the fans voted. Obviously, he didn't get enough, but I'm sure he's going to be a reserve, just because
No, he's
he
in the
was
All-Star
He's
game.
in the All-Star game.
There's no doubt about
Yeah,
that.
he's in there. I'm talking
He's
about
in
he should
there
be
to
a
be the
starter.
Who you
You know
taking
what?
out?
He might get in there and still come out with MVP. You still well get in there and do his thing.
So the way the All-Star game is set up nowadays, doesn't matter if you're a starter or not, as long as you within that roster of getting picked. You understand what I'm saying? So he can still be a starter.
No, they already got the starting lineup picked.
No. What I'm saying is this. Yeah, they from the fans' point of view, right? But what I'm saying is this. Is because the fans picked him, that's the starting 5?
Yeah.
Or do
That's the
LeBron
starting five.
LeBron and KD are
No,
captains? So can I say, I know you got picked by the fans to be a
No.
starter, but I need Embiid to start
No,
the game.
no, they ain't
No,
making their own rules. They just captains,
Right.
and they, this is the starters.
And you
Now you
pick
get to
your
pick your bench.
your
Who you
players.
want for your,
Okay.
I
You know who
mean,
I could maybe take off? And
Right.
you might may or may not agree with it. KD, only because he been injured the last couple weeks.
Okay.
is he playing? Is
But
he
just
playing?
think.
Trying to play?
They're not even sure he's gonna play in the All Star. He might
See,
not
so
come
he
until afterwards.
may end up starting.
All right. It ain't about who we gonna take off. It's about who you gonna put on. We put on. Who you gonna put on? Which 2-point guards would you pick? Kyrie Irving, Dame Dash. Y'all know that's what I call your man. Ja Morant, Alexander, Luca, Darren Fox. Starting off with you, Mastermind. First two. What two guards would you pick?
what am I doing with them first? But okay. If I got to pick out of that first two guards, I guess I'm picking a playmaker and a scorer. So my playmaker probably out of that group. Fuck it. Yeah, I said it. I'm going with Luca and Ja.
That's a good pick.
That's my Luca and Ja.
That's a damn good pick. So
Luca and Ja. Let's do it.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go with Luca and Dame. I'm gonna go with Dame. What you got over there, Cool Breezy?
I'm going with the young puppies. Going with the young puppies.
What you got?
I'm going with SGA. That's Shy
Yeah.
Gildress Alexander. OKC for people who don't know.
Shane Gilchrist.
Yeah, we up
Yeah,
on
yeah,
he
sure.
cold. I just watched him the other night.
We up on them, but
Yeah.
other people may not be up on them. Check out OKC when y'all get a chance. They may not be winning, but he's a hell of a player. Going with him and Ja Morant.
Before you say yours, P, like how you said, watch out for OKC, even though we've been already talking about him, but dig this here. When Holmgren get back,
They're gonna have problems over there.
as Mastermind had was talking about the other night when we was like, oh yeah, forgot about that draft pick. So OKC, when y'all
They
get
headed in the right
Holmgren back,
direction.
y'all get Chet Holmgren back,
It's gonna
ooh
be
we.
problems over
So,
there.
but go ahead over there, young Pete.
Man, just for don't want to seem like I'm following suit. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes it happens like that.
It do.
It's
Sometimes.
the reason why they call him that name too. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying?
Follow him.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go against the grain just in general, just to be at.
Okay, in general. But who was you thinking about picking? Just to let the public know.
I'm gonna say who I'm picking right now. Don't worry about what I was thinking.
I know I got some witnesses out there.
Man, but I'm going with Fox and Luca. You know what I'm saying?
Fox and who?
And Luca.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Fox a terrible boy. That boy terrible.
I like Fox.
You a good boy, Fox. You terrible out there, boy. I like how you be doing. I seen you going and dunk on my boy the other night too. You doing good.
I like you, Fox, but I'm gonna be the first person to say it. Consider me being Shaquille O'Neal or Charles Barkley when I say this. Show me some aggression. Show me you can do it every night. I don't want to just see it every now and then. Show me every night. Carry him.
He averaging a good what, 25, 26?
Carry him every night.
Oh,
don't
I know
wanna
what you
see
mean
him.
by carrying him.
Yeah, I
That's
don't
a
want to see
bonus.
him.
No, I
Man.
know what
You
you
need to carry him.
No,
Man.
I
Now
feel
you got
what
some
you're saying.
bonus.
I feel what you're saying.
You got
It's
some
a
bonus.
bonus then.
You got some bonus.
Yeah.
Man. You need to carry
Be
him.
solidified.
Yeah, because
Let them know it's your team.
And I want to say this: my terrible meant good for you too, Darren Fox. When I say that boy terrible, I mean that boy out cold out there.
Telling
No.
y'all, he gonna end up dying out.
Who?
Luca.
He ain't gonna make it come playoff time.
Mm-mm.
First round exit.
They killing that
Like
boy.
I
right
say,
now.
it all depends.
They killing that boy
Can I
down
just
there.
say one thing?
Yes, you can.
Did anybody watch him just torch the Pistons last night? My man, watch the coach say.
I'm about to say after the coach said something.
Right next up.
After the coach said something, he went.
Just rolling, not doing nothing until you open your mouth. And then once you open your mouth, no, we don't got no defenders here.
I got some.
Right, nobody around here can check nobody. So why would you even say that?
Oh man.
How many he hit last night?
53.
3. Yeah.
Like I said, 50
Uh,
about to be the new normal in a minute. They about to
Man,
look how many 50s they hit before.
Just think about
before.
that. He missed like 7 shots the whole game.
Yeah. I'm talking about it's not even
He went like
All
60
Star
for
break.
52s almost.
And man, you see how many 50-point games it's been?
No.
Oh we man.
Too many.
Yeah. Lucas
know
Lucas
if I
said
like
it's
that or
easy
not.
when he bust them boys for that 60.
And y'all need to pay attention to what we be saying. The mid-range game is back. He showed y'all last night.
Yeah, you got to take that. Now, here goes something real good for these boys. I know they might get stuck. Then again, they might not. But I think somebody gonna get stuck up here. And I'm gonna start this off with Breezy. Who would you start? Who would you sit? And who would you cut?
Oh, his answer.
Rasheed Wallace, Tim Duncan, or Kevin
Let me
Garnett? The
cover.
big ticket.
Let me cover up my eyes right now because I know he already looked on my page.
Who would you start? Who would you sit? Who would you cut? Rasheed
Matter of fact,
Wallace,
Let me turn my
Tim
paper off.
Duncan,
Let me turn my paper
Kevin
off.
Garnett, the big
If
ticket,
I
baby.
scratch it out with that show on the
Damn,
other
I got
side.
two shits talking, man. Big fundamentals. Lee.
So you know what that means. Somebody got to go home, baby.
Somebody got to go home.
Somebody got to go.
La 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 la.
I'm starting
Right.
Rashid. I'm getting amped up. I'm getting amped up. I'm starting Rashid.
This guy. What's in that cup?
And then, while he get amped up and he get that tea, I'm bringing Garnett off the bench to keep on talking shit.
America.
Can I go next?
America. Yo, please stop this man.
So
Please don't. Please do not continue.
So you
Did-
keep talking shit.
Did a big fundamental go home?
Yeah, big fundamental gotta go home.
And we take an NBA card for that.
Go ahead, young people. You wanna go next? Go ahead.
Championship, no disrespect, but
That's it.
So I said,
I gotta get
I thought about this for a second.
people out their game.
Go
I
ahead.
said I thought about this for a second, but I'm starting KG. Tim, I'm sitting, and I'm sorry, Sheet, you got to go home, man.
It ain't that hard.
Sheet, you
Well, I
got
know we basically gonna have the same, but go ahead. Let's go ahead, Mastermind.
Hard. You couldn't see it all the way. You seen a little bit, but you
Yeah.
had the starters in the sit.
Yeah.
That's all.
Oh, okay.
You gotta get a bird's eye view of that.
See, hey, with the
answer is
Rashid,
this.
his glasses.
what's that deal?
Don't nobody will never hear the right answer. That's the problem.
Saying.
man.
Go ahead. What's the right answer, Hoss?
What's that thing?
This is the right answer. The right answer is we're starting the champion. We all know who that is, right?
KG.
Fundamental, baby. Fundamental, baby.
We're talking about the guy who got multiple of those.
Oh, okay. I got you.
The champion.
Got you.
And then I'm going with the next guy. We already
KG?
know. Yes, sir. Coming off the bench. And no disrespect to you, Rashid, but you can take all that tech arguing and all that up out of here.
You out of here.
Yeah,
You out of here.
that's how mine rolling. I'm going the same way. Tim Duncan, I'm starting. You know what I mean? Then I got my man KG coming off the bench, cutting Rashid. Tim Duncan gonna get everything going in motion. He about to get guys in foul trouble, up and under, everything, block shots. And then KG finna come in and do the same thing, but energize the whole team and have them flowing. And it's over. And then don't let me put them both in at the same time. I'm getting all the boards, all everything.
Oh yeah,
Done.
it's definitely over.
Yeah. And Tim gonna stay down low. I don't have to worry about Tim going to that 3-point.
He ain't going no further than that free throw line.
For sure.
So that's how I'm rolling with mine.
Yeah. Hey, don't go back to Breezy. We don't even want to hear no more from him.
Let's check his cup.
We don't want to hear no more. Go back to
Cup ain't
Breezy.
I mean, you know,
He got a little.
you gotta have an opinion. You know.
Right. Where they gonna get
Don't
some
get me
grades?
wrong. Rashid Cole, you a dog.
But
Rashid
these is
dog.
my options. That's why I had to rock it with mine.
Yeah.
Because you know.
Now, if I was blacktop hooping, Rashid first. If I'm out there in the hood, on the streets, on the block, I'm rocking with you, Sheed, when we blacktop, and I got you. Yeah. Have the NFL coaches figured it out how to have their jobs for an extra year by firing their coordinators? Starting off with you, Young P. Have the NFL coaches figured out how to hold on to their jobs by firing their coordinators?
I don't believe that to be true. I think. I mean, I guess I can see where the question is leading to in terms of, you know, I can put it off as a head coach in terms of I'm just the orchestrator of this. It's his job to call the offense, his job to call the defense, and you got the subsidiary, auxiliary helpers. You know what I'm saying? Linebacker coach, receiver coach. They supposed to help you figure all that stuff out. Yes, I can kind of see that, but I don't think that that's what's helping them keep their head coaching job. I think a lot of times, like people who you might think should be gone, I think there's a reason why they're staying. You know what I'm saying? In terms of, like, say San Diego, Chargers, we felt like maybe he should be gone, right?
Los
But I,
Angeles Chargers.
yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Um, but I think because of things that they do and the things that you see he can put in place, it's like maybe you just need to tweak some things and maybe he'll be all right as a head coach. So I don't need to fire my head coach. It's not the same as in Denver because you could have put it on the offensive coordinator because you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, you're looking at it like, shoot, let's get rid of him because he should be an offensive minded coach. So that's why you kind of got rid of him as a head coach. I think every situation is different. So I don't think that people have figured out let's just fire the OC or the DC. I think it just depends on the situation. Everybody's situation is different.
Go ahead, young Breezy.
So, my opinion, my thoughts is yes. I think these head coaches have thought about. I need my job security, so I'm about to pick somebody who had whatever. Oh, what was my defense rank? Bottom 15. Okay, I'm putting the blame on the defensive coordinator. That's why we suck this year. I just think that because there's too many since watching football my entire life. It's first time ever that it's just every head coach is putting the blame on the coordinator, so they firing them so they can keep their job an extra year. I mean, we can name off multiple teams that just off my head that I can think of. You got Tampa Bay, you got Dallas, you got Tennessee, you got Atlanta, uh, Baltimore. That's just five right there, and there's plenty more. It's at least another five teams. So I just think that that's what the situation is. The only team that was, I guess, uh, sticking to protocol, if I'm saying that correctly, was Denver. Denver fired everybody. Denver fired everybody. And that's what you usually get. Once the head coach get fired, the whole staff get fired. So yeah, I believe these younger coaches, because the NFL coaches have become a lot younger. There's a lot of coaches that's mid 30s, maybe early 40s. So that's a younger generation. I just think they done figured out, oh, I'm gonna point the finger at my man so I can finish out my 5-year contract deal or whatever contract.
Most of the contracts they still gonna get paid anyway.
I know, but you still.
What you thinking, Mastermind?
Well, I'm gonna say this. I think it's bigger than that. It's gonna be real with y'all. I think what it is I think the owners are coming down more or less on the coaches and letting the coaches know, look, if we not going in the direction by next year, you out of here. So I think what the coaches is saying, well, look, before I get fired, I'm cutting everybody out of here.
Yeah.
I think you was calling, you was on my demise, and you out of here, offensive coordinator. I'm gonna call my own plays if worse come to worse. So if I go down, I'm going down because of me.
Right.
I think that's more or less what it is. I don't think
That's
it's
what
no
what's
figuring
name
out.
doing in Dallas? Mike
Yeah,
McCarthy.
that's what
Like
I'm
I'm
saying.
taking over the offensive calling.
But I think
But
Jerry Jones probably told him behind
yeah,
closed doors, like, yeah,
that's why he
I
let
don't like
Kevin
the way
Porter
the
go.
team been getting put out the playoffs real quick. So now I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do here.
What I think
If
is
we
the.
don't make the playoffs next year, you out of here.
Case in point, I don't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Case in point, and I know everybody here on this panel, also whoever is a Lions fan, them first 6 games, what was we screaming? Terry Glenn got to get,
Aaron Glenn,
Aaron Glenn got to
Yeah.
get up out of here. So what they do?
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure Campbell and them set Glenn down like, you better find a solution. And what Glenn do? He cut the linebacker, defensive back coach.
Mhm.
Somebody got cut.
the secondary coach.
Yeah,
Secondary
yeah.
coach.
So
Yeah.
like I say, shit rolls downhill. So
Yeah. My thing is they been doing that. They been doing that. But my thing is it's just the owners, in my eyes, haven't seen a coordinator out there that they want to take over their organization, such as a Sean Payton. You know what I'm saying? Ryan's got a nice, pick by being a great defensive player and getting his team that far. Plus, he's a Houston Texan for 8 years. You know what I'm saying? So that was a good, look for him. But I think they looking for a name to come back or somebody to come from a tree. You know what I'm saying? Like a McVay now or somebody that's over there with the Minnesota, O'Donnell. You know what I'm saying? They looking for an offensive coordinator who they know putting up points now. You know, they tired of going over there to what's your man named Bill Belichick. They don't want to
Right.
go over his tree no more. You know what I'm saying? They're looking for the McVays, his tree, Andy Reid, which means Big Enemy should have been out of here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they looking for those type of coordinators and stuff like that. But they don't have none out there just yet. Then the ones that was out there, like Kellen Moore, boom, they picked him right up over there in L.A. and the Chargers. Because once again, when he was with the Dallas, even though they let him go, they parted. You gotta remember, he had them in the top 5 offense several years. So I think he gonna have them looking good over there, the Chargers. So
Because what's they gonna be to air it out, really show his
yeah,
arm,
he gonna
like how
be
you
there.
always having Dak.
Yeah, and
Now
Dak,
you got somebody that's accurate
like we
doing
say,
it.
yeah, Dak got that puppy arm. You know what I mean? So he over there now. You gonna really let him see it rip. So y'all got anything else to say about that though?
I got one
Go
question.
ahead, baby.
It's kind of like it's kind of on topic, but it's off topic too. But now, what do y'all think a team could really offer the enemy to make him become the offensive coordinator when he already an offensive coordinator at a winning
I'm
program,
staying where I'm
getting
at.
rings? That's what
I'm
I'm
staying
saying.
where I'm at. If all I'm
Money.
getting is an offensive coordinator, no, because
Yeah,
I'm finna win these rings and stuff over here, and I'm finna keep, you
that's
know what
what I'm
I'm
saying.
saying,
What would you have to offer
over
him?
here.
What would have to be the offer? Maybe what guaranteed coaching waiting or something?
So I don't know
There's something like
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know what his title is. So if his title is just strictly offensive coordinator, then I can offer him obviously more money than what he's making, obviously.
Hmm.
But that title of assistant head coach. So in the event that, you know what I'm saying, it's always politics that we don't know about, but say he has it in the contract, I'm assistant head coach. In the event, for whatever foreseen, I can't make it on game day or they fire me during the middle of the season, I become the head coach. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So those are the things.
What you got to say, P?
No, I was just gonna say pretty much it would have to be along the lines of guaranteeing a head
head coach.
coaching job. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere along that line. Because otherwise, I'm
What's the
good where I'm
purpose
at.
really?
Yeah, what's the purpose of me leaving? I'm
Now
kind
let's you
of
go
good where
back to
I'm
what we
at.
said earlier to prove that you're not really Andy Reid's puppet and you
Yeah,
really can do call plays yourself.
Yeah.
for sure.
Because the only reason why I say I was listening to sports radio, and I didn't pay attention to it because I was just more focused on the game. But they were saying that he needs to leave. This was the debate they were saying on the radio. He needs to leave because every time there was a crucial moment of play calling, it was Andy Reid and Mahomes standing next to each other, and Bieniemy was nowhere involved,
He wasn't.
nowhere around. You know what I'm saying? So it's almost like you saying they just gave him a title and he a puppet or whatever. So yeah.
Okay. Let's move along. Diff- we know Philly won, but was it bad luck by the 49ers? Starting off with you, young Pete.
To be honest, and don't get me wrong, Philly won. Y'all won. Y'all won. But I do feel like 49ers just caught a bad luck. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Brock Purdy, when Brock Purdy went down, went down initially, it was just all downhill from there. And I think then you brought in the backup, the fourth string quarterback, and he looked like he just didn't know what to do out there. He didn't know, like he wasn't really sure. He was kind of fumbling the ball at times.
You know what that was.
You
That's
know
what
what I'm
we
saying?
do. It's on me.
Yeah, it's all me.
Right.
You know what
I
I'm
ain't
saying?
touched the football in 2 months. I gotta play now.
All right, now I gotta
More
play.
than that.
So I think it just was really just bad luck. You know what I'm saying? I hate this. It's football, so injuries happen. It's just a part of the game. And even when they tried to put Brock back in, he couldn't even throw. They talking about right now. They talking about surgery. He might be out for 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, since they
And
months.
not the
So
whole year.
exactly. So it was just bad luck. I'm not saying that. And don't get me wrong. I did pick San Fran to win. The way Philly looked, they might have won no matter whether Brock was in there or not. You know what I'm saying? But I do feel like it was just bad luck, and it came down to that, and it was wasn't nothing they could do about it. It was over with.
Let me say this. I knew Philly was gonna win, but my thing was this. Philly came to win, and Philly went old school. They played Buddy Ryan football. They came in, and any quarterback that was playing, they was playing to put out regardless if it was Purdy, if it was the next guy or the next guy or the next guy. That's what they was coming to do, to win that game with that front four, and they was putting out the quarterback. Plus Shanahan, you cannot block no defensive end with no tight end. So you got that quarterback hurt also. So blame yourself on that, Shanahan. So I'm gonna go ahead with y'all boys. Go ahead. I just wanted to get that out.
I kind of agree with that too. It was, but I'll be real with y'all. That game looked like Philly just had the game plan to win.
That's what I'm saying.
It looked like it.
That's why I can't really take too much away from him. Philly just look
But
like you said, they just changed their game
was a
plan.
black cat around too. Now. Don't get me wrong. I think it'd have been a better game.
But before dude fumbled the ball, what? It was 14-7. They was about to go down and score. So
But I feel like it's
No,
just
that's
like
what I
any,
think
but I
it
just
would've
like
been.
any team though. Your defense keep going on
yeah,
the
yeah,
field.
yeah, yeah.
It's just a matter, you know what I'm saying?
Matter of time.
How did Bosa play to you boys?
He didn't. I mean, he played. He was.
Yeah.
But
Right.
I mean, I'm just saying, he's supposed to be the anchor of that defense, right? So,
He got tired, man, cause they was 3 and out a whole lot. Once Johnson got hurt,
do
they
you think
three
he
and
got tired because of what Dallas offensive line did to him the week before? Because you
No.
didn't hear his name, period.
No,
And
because
then this game going against, because you sure really didn't hear him against
because when
Dallas.
Johnson came in and they scored with McCaffrey running and all that stuff, he was very energized. I think just over the course of the game, it's like
Okay.
I'm tired. I sit down. Shit, I gotta get back out there. I'm
Okay.
tired. Shit, I gotta get back out there. I think
you just saying
he
they
got
just wore him
tired.
down. They just
Yeah,
wore him down.
they just wore him down.
I just think this.
It was just one of those.
It's playoff time, y'all. Teams are making adjustments.
For sure.
And the way they blocking scheme, they adjusted to how he liked the pass rush. You know what I'm saying? It made it a little difficult for him. They had the running back might have checked him some. You know what I'm saying?
Somehow the other teams I did Parsons sometimes.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
That's all they was doing.
Okay.
I think that's all that was.
Yeah, like I said, I think it was just Philly won. I mean, because that's the game in football, especially in playoff time. Knock a mofo out. You know what I'm saying? Get him out the game. Your best player, but I mean, football is a game of injuries, and they just didn't have a good backup or something. I don't know. It was Philly won no matter what. Philly just won. So
Okay.
Why Philly won Maddox playing.
Before we move along to the next question, I see you only got one little taste left down there, and we'll get it in after the show. But I want to give a birthday shout out to my man Young P. We forgot we forgot to do it at the beginning of the show. So I apologize to our man Young P. Happy birthday, baby.
Thank you, my guy.
Now, starting off with you, Mastermind. Do you think Pat Mahomes or Jalen Hurts both throwing for 250 yards?
Yep.
Mm.
I think you can book that.
You can book it?
I think you can book that. Yep.
I'm finna book it.
Yep. Book it. I think you can book that one. Because
Man.
for some reason, I think it's about to be a kind of force where Jalen Hurts gonna have to throw the ball. It ain't about to be where
Right.
you can do all that run option because I think Patrick Mahomes is not about to be playing. He about to be surgical with that.
Yeah, I think we
They
know
trying-
Pat might be getting it for sure. I don't think
Yeah.
he might
He about to come out and
So
do
you
what he
saying-
gonna do. It's
so
about
you
to be almost a
saying-
shootout. It ain't
You saying by Pat making it throw or probably scoring, it's gonna make
yeah, you
them
gonna
have to.
yeah, you're gonna have to all that trying to pound the rock and all that. You're gonna be looking around like, oh man, we punted it off to him and now we 14 zip. Oh, come on, man, we gotta get back, you know.
So what you just said, he gonna have to keep up. So you don't think Philly is gonna be able to get them out their game plan, or so he won't have to keep it up. So he won't have
Pat
to keep up.
Mahomes is Pat Mahomes. I don't care
Okay.
who you out there.
Gotcha.
He gonna do him.
Gotcha.
He gonna
Breezy, next, go ahead.
if Jalen Hurts don't throw for 250, it's over. So with that being said, yeah, they both got to throw for 250. Well, I know Mahomes going for 250 without a doubt. So yeah, they both got to throw for 250.
All right. What you think out there, Do Dirty? Good question, Do Dirty.
yes, sir.
What you thinking down there, Young Pete?
So I'm thinking this. I kind of feel like
Mm.
I feel like Pat Mahomes definitely gonna have to throw, and I feel like Jalen Hurts, frat brother, you definitely gonna have to, get the throw game on. But you got some hell of a receivers, and Smith, AJ Brown. So you know what I'm saying.
That's the reason why I think he's gonna have to.
But here's my only problem. Here's my only slight reason why I might say who won't get it. Pat Mahomes. And I know it sounds crazy to say that, but I feel like that ankle, if they bring that same pressure that they brought on San Fran on the KC, he might not be throwing for no 250.
So
He
you
might get
trying to
close
say?
to it, but he ain't gonna go over it.
So you trying to say Philly finna do what they did to San Fran? They finna go play Buddy Ryan football.
I said that.
There it is, Buddy Ryan. They about to
I
play.
said, I think because what if you won't you have that killer instinct? It's the Super Bowl.
Now,
You
yeah,
ain't
you
got nothing
supposed
to
to.
lose,
Okay.
and he injured. Why wouldn't I go
Bring
all
that
out?
Buddy Ryan heat, baby.
While I'm testing that ankle,
The only caveat.
you better shoot
this-
dope up in that ankle so good.
Just a
If
magician,
you
though, man.
listen,
He is.
just think about this though, Pete.
Shit.
If you bring that pressure like what you talking about, are you talking about now? It's a difference. Are you saying just the front four applying the pressure, or are you talking about all out pressure?
I'm mixing it up all game.
Okay,
Front
because
four,
if you go,
all out.
if you come with
I
that
got,
all
I got,
out, if Pat Mahomes hit any of them with that,
It's over.
it's over. They going 100 yards.
I got faith in son-in-law.
Do you think they front folk can get it done? You think they front folk can get it done?
Yeah, between Sue and my man on the corner, on the edge, yeah, they can handle that.
I like
Ready.
Kansas City,
Ready.
Chris
You talking about
Jones.
ready.
Yeah, watch out for Chris Jones for Kansas City
Yeah,
too.
you're a monster, huh?
You talking about Riddick?
Yeah.
All right.
I know.
Don't get me wrong, Christian.
Yeah.
Jones is a monster
Yeah.
on that line.
So what y'all saying about the 250? So we
I
can
say
move it?
yes.
I say yes.
Yeah, but Bo, I know what you said. You just
Yeah.
said Jalen, yeah, and no to Mahomes.
Yeah.
I say yes to both.
Okay.
But you did make a good point there, Pete, with that pressure. You did make.
I'm just saying
Okay.
that pressure come like that. I'm just saying it might be what I might not be what you're thinking.
All right, let's move along. Why haven't anyone called for a Tom Izzo job? Starting off with you, Breezy.
What? Wait a minute. Where did this question come from?
Don't worry about it.
Don't
Very
worry about it.
No.
Nobody want to know.
What numbers in front of Michigan State? What are they ranked? We say top 20.
It's only one team. It's only one team in the Big Ten that's ranked, and that's Purdue.
So
Worry
that's letting
about-
you
Ain't nobody else in the
that
Big
means
Ten.
that
Worry
the
about
football
your
effect is
team.
starting to touch basketball too. Then
No,
Slow down.
hold
Slow
on.
down.
man.
I was gonna let him be by himself for a minute on the island. I gotta jump in now.
Oh, man.
You gonna slow down on the Big
Gotta
Ten.
hit that.
Yo,
Hold on.
Big Ten.
Let's get man. Come on, let's get to the points here. Come on.
No, it's getting close, but not yet. It's getting close.
We
but
saying
not
why
yet.
haven't they said it though? Why ain't nobody promoting that? That's the question.
He a legend.
Oh, I don't care.
He's
nothing
a
about the
legend.
What
He's
have
a
you done
legend.
for me lately?
He's a legend, and he's gonna
That's
retire. He's gonna retire on his own
I
terms.
never heard that song.
But one
He's a
one
legend.
championship don't do it. Go ahead, young Pete.
So this is why I feel like they have a call for his head. One, I feel like I put him in the realm of Popovich. You know what I'm saying?
Or Coach K.
More Popovich. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying in terms of that is
Excuse
because
me, I don't want to cut you off. Why would you put him in the level of Popovich or Coach K, somebody who has multiple championships?
I'm putting him in the terms of this. When you look at basketball, you look at college basketball. Michigan State is notorious for starting off slow because they put a lot of great teams at the front end. But then when it comes to tournament time, they make a run.
But they don't win.
I get all of that. They don't win. But as long as they make a run, making a Sweet 16, Elite 8, stuff like that, I'm going to keep him around. Why would I get rid of him and go find another coach?
Another coach can do that.
Another coach can't do it. Look at Duke.
Let me tell you something.
What Duke?
Duke done fell off.
Let me tell you what you just did.
Kentucky
America
done fell
just
off.
Told you why
North Carolina done
State
fell
don't
off.
Win because they schedule the tough teams in the beginning of the season and struggle, and then they seem like they retarded and forget. When you get to the tournament, that's how you're gonna play again. The tough teams.
And
That's why.
My thing is
When's
this.
the last time they won?
Zion.
When the last time
They go down, they go deep in the.
Nobody.
One last time they won. Like I said, one time they won. Listen,
When the last time you seen
here's all. Here's all. Start coming down to the inner city. Not Troy. No. And
Say, come across
Southfield.
yeah, so we ain't gonna get your man from
Out in England.
no, same with the dude. What's my man that guard that
That's at Eastern now.
Oh,
Nah,
Persian.
forget.
He went to Persian. Talking about my man. He locked up now. Dang.
Nah, he
No.
went let me see. He went Sterling Heights.
Uh,
Don't go to Troy and Sterling Heights. Come to the inner city. Come to Detroit. Come to Holland Park. Come get these kids. Come to the east side, the west side. You'll win by then. You're the one by then. So come on. Stop stopping at in Sterling Heights and Troy. Come a little further. You'll get you a championship. Trust me. What you got to say about your boy?
You retire on your own terms.
All
You retire on your own terms.
I say
Right.
somebody needs to start mentioning. Put a little fire funding. Let him know, like, hey, at least bring him in, talk to him, have a consultation.
right. Is Zach Edey the real deal? Young P.
well, you better enjoy your college years. You know what I'm saying? Because you just basically 7'4", 7'5", and you just a lot taller than a lot of people. Don't get me wrong. You put up, 38 against Michigan State. You put up a nice pretty penny against Michigan. So you're looking good in the Big Ten, but the Big Ten is down because everybody in the Big Ten is barely 500. You know what I'm saying? So, well, slow down. I ain't need no help. I ain't need no help. I ain't need no help on that one.
Wait, who is your basketball conference?
I don't need.
Hold on.
I don't need no help on that one.
Basketball
I,
conference.
Hold on.
I don't need no help on. I don't need no help on that one, buddy.
Basketball conference.
All I'm saying is, I just feel like he gonna make. Is he gonna get drafted to the league? He gonna get drafted just because he's tall. But
Right.
I just feel like,
I agree.
you know what I'm saying.
What you got to say, Master Man?
It's over.
He all right, America. He ain't what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? He might be a project or something if you get him in the NBA. But G League, yes, sir. I see you going to the G League. No
Okay.
problem. I see you doing that.
What's
But
Edie is another. What's my man Boston drafted? Taco. What's what dude?
Taco Fall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Edie is another Taco Falls people.
That's a good one. So you're saying he's just getting drafted for the height and then putting 10th through 12th on the bench. 10th through, okay.
Or to be exact, he's what the Pistons. Darko. He's another Darko buddy.
He ain't getting drafted that high as Dark.
No, he ain't getting drafted that high. But what was Darko known for?
The human
Wash up
victory
time.
cigar.
Right.
Yep. Thank you, O.
Right.
Thank you, Mastermind.
Yes.
Victory cigar. That's what that
That's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
But-
y'all just saying he ain't the real deal, right? He just getting drafted because he's 6'4".
Yeah.
It's set up now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? He can't put the rock on the floor like
see
Joker.
in March.
He
We
can't put the
definitely
rock
know
on the
Mark.
floor
I
like Joker.
definitely know in March.
Stepping out, shooting out
Okay.
20-foot.
Well, last question. But before we get to the last question, what I'm getting to, Zach Edey, what I'm getting from the panel is you're going to get drafted, but you're going to be on somebody's bench, either 10th through 12th player sitting there, or mastermind, as he said, G League. That's all we can give you, or back home on the couch. Now, last question of the day: Will the Super Bowl be as exciting as the championship weekend, and who wins it? Starting off with you, Breezy.
Super Bowl is going to be exciting because it's in February. February is Black History Month. And for the first time, I'm taking my shades off, people. For the first time in NFL history, we got two African American quarterbacks starting the game. So, with that being said, I'm rolling with KC.
Young P.
Well, he went around the world to say that, only to be wrong. As always, he's wrong because Philly's going to win the championship. I think it's going to be exciting. I think it's going to be an exciting game as the AFC game was. I don't feel like the NFC game was exciting to me, but as the AFC game, yes, it's going to be exciting. And Philly going to win. Let's go. Let's go. Jalen Hurts. I'm rocking with you. Hey, hey, hey. Let's go.
Glad he-
Yeah, baby.
I respect the barking off.
I love
Respect all
it.
this.
I love it.
I mean,
Don't get me wrong. The enemy is a Q too, so I
don't
ain't like
have an answer for this, America. I don't even have an answer for this. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I don't have an answer this time. This
Black History Month.
it's too early to figure out.
Black History Month.
I
still
understand.
kinda hard
He don't have.
Early.
because I know one thing for sure. every time son-in-law play, they win. I know that. But I know Patrick Mahomes is playing for this legacy, really, because he can't keep going to the Super Bowl and losing. You can't do that, Pat. So that's why I say I really don't have an answer for this. I need a little more time.
Well,
What's the
next
spread?
week.
What's the
Philly by
I,
2. I think
okay.
is what I
I
saw.
think it was 1.5, but some might have been two,
Yeah.
whatever.
Got 2 weeks. That
All
might
right.
change.
Well, dig this here. Pat, you playing for the Buchanan's legacy. And what I mean by that, Buck Buchanan, Kansas City Chiefs. First, first, first round draft pick, baby. First round draft pick. That's what you playing for right there. You playing for me and my family, Pat Mahomes. You playing for that legacy, baby. So I'm going with Kansas City. Buck Buchanan, let's get it. Grambling State. We signing out.
Now,
Yes, sir.
till next week, people. Till next week.
Yes, sir.